Yes, unfortunately, the crypto market has suffered some brutal drops lately, reaching new lows that we haven't seen for months. The fact is that nobody's happy about this. But we feel that just like 2021, 2022 is going to be a very big year for cryptocurrency. However, it's going to be different than 2021. Some of the lesser projects out there, some of the tokens that exist are going to unfortunately decrease in value. But that being said, on the flip side, some of the best projects are going to be the cream that rises to the top. And we feel that Moonbeam is one of these special projects because it occupies one of the most bullish sectors that we have our eyes on in 2022, and that of course is blockchain interoperability. It's a very big focus for the year ahead, and we're not the only ones with this opinion. And GLMR, that's GLMR, the native token, right now is down about 73% from its all-time high. But that being said, our fundamental and technical analysis is just yelling at us that this project holds tremendous potential. We are exploring Moonbeam and its token GLMR in detail. Stay tuned to the end of this video as well for a price analysis. Okay, so as we already know, the blockchain projects of the future are not going to operate quite the same way as they're operating today. In fact, they will be interconnected by projects like Moonbeam, which is the first Polkadot Parachain. And if you're familiar with Polkadot, you know it's a network of blockchains that are linked together in what are called parachains. And now Moonbeam is one of the 130 parachains being built on Polkadot. And in fact, it is the first parachain to become fully operational on Polkadot, which opens the door for the 80 plus projects in the Moonbeam ecosystem to deploy that range from wallets to NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And by the way, if you do happen to be familiar with Polkadot and the parachain system, let us know in the comments below if you've participated in any of the parachain slot auctions. And if so, let us know what your favorite project has been so far. The question that we're now asking is, why is Moonbeam so interesting? Well, you know, in simple terms, Moonbeam provides Ethereum developers a chance to use their favorite ETH developer tools like MetaMask, Remix, Waffle, and others to either build new project dApps on Moonbeam and Polkadot, or redeploy their existing Solidity projects through minimal changes. And how does that impact dApp users such as yourself? Well, look at it like this. SushiSwap, which is a popular Ethereum-based decentralized exchange, which you may have used sometimes, it's already started working with Moonbeam. And once Moonbeam becomes interoperable with other parachains building on Polkadot, SushiSwap is going to have access to assets that are number one, native to Polkadot, and number two, bridged multi-chain assets like Ethereum mainnet, Polygon, BINANCE, Smart Chain, and others. And number three, native to the Moonbeam network. So these assets represent the total liquidity network on Polkadot, making the total addressable market pretty large, and that's to say the least. This all means that if you're a user, for example, of SushiSwap or really any such dApp, your choice of tokens to trade and the available liquidity pools are going to become massive. So put very simply, as an investor or a dApp user, your opportunities to make money are going to increase. And you may not have known this, but SushiSwap is already live on Moon River, which is Moonbeam's canary network on Kusama. And undoubtedly, this is going to be huge because Moonbeam's network has already surpassed a milestone of 1 million transactions. And what's coming up next might sound a little boring, but it's important because if you're someone who likes to do their own research before investing in a project, this is an indispensable part of this video for you, so stay tuned. And Ethereum compatibility is super important for Moonbeam. Let's talk about the fact that, yes, it's true, Moonbeam is compatible with Ethereum's dApps. However, there are some differences. Firstly, Moonbeam uses a POS consensus, which is scalable, and a green alternative to Ethereum's existing POW, that's proof of work consensus. Secondly, Moonbeam has a set of on-chain governance features, which ensures the future development of the project is in the hands of stakeholders instead of only the core development team. That's important. And accounts are also unified because with most of the Ethereum compatible projects, users need to manage two private keys, one for Ethereum, of course, and another for the compatible platform. But with its recent V3 upgrade, Moonbeam has eliminated the confusion and security risks that come from handling two private keys. So as a dApp user, you just need a single Ethereum-like account, and of course, its associated private key to interact with dApps and protocols implemented in Moonbeam, EVM, and for activities like on-chain staking and on-chain governance. And you also have cross-chain integration. So one of Moonbeam's most important intended features is to make it simple for developers to utilize smart contracts to interface with other Polkadot networks. Therefore, the first scenario that Moonbeam is interested in is allowing tokens from other chains to be converted into Moonbeam-based tokens so that they may be used in DeFi and other dApps. And these assets can then be migrated back or out to other chains after their task is completed. Let's talk about staking for a second. Users can stake by using their MetaMask extension wallet to Moonriver. So you can start staking GLMR Glimmer tokens. And according to Crypto Ninja, the APY was above 500% on the 11th of January. Governance is also very important here. Moonbeam is a decentralized network that is going to be run by a token holder community. Its governance mechanism is very similar to how Kusama and Polkadot do it. So this means that a maximum of 100 voting proposals can be opened where they can be canceled before being voted on, among other features. And with the treasury, each network built on Moonbeam will have its very own treasury, which is an on-chain controlled fund collection. And the council will oversee this treasury, which will be supported by a portion of the network's transaction fees. Moonbeam has a Nimbus parachain consensus mechanism, where Nimbus is a framework for building slot-based consensus algorithms. And of course, guys, you can learn more about all of this, so-called boring information on docs.moonbeam.network. We'd recommend it, but with these important observations out of the way, let us know in the comments section which feature of Moonbeam you feel has the most value, and of course why. All of these are very strong points as we see it. And what makes Moonbeam different from other Polkadot parachains is that it helps your Ethereum-based project to expand its reach to users outside of Ethereum's ecosystem, where they can enjoy much lower gas fees. And another important feature of Moonbeam is that projects can access intern Moonbeam assets like DOT, KSM, GLMR, the AUSD stablecoin, and other bridged assets like Bitcoin and ERC20 tokens. Okay, but with all this being said, let's discuss the roadmap now and acknowledge that Moonbeam is still under construction. But since the launch of the testnet in September 2020, the platform has been performing some pretty big updates on pretty much a monthly basis. For example, in June of 2021, Moonriver went live on Kusama, and then in December 2021, Moonbeam went live on Polkadot. And if the roadmap is anything to go by, in 2022, there are some major and some very important upcoming milestones that will be achieved. Things like NFTs, gaming, and DeFi project developments, ecosystem developments, a whole lot of other stuff as well. All right, let's talk tokenomics. So according to CoinGecko.com, Moonbeam can generate an endless supply of GLMR tokens, where now there are more than 1 billion, and the circulating supply is about 7% of that, 7% of the total supply. This could be a negative point for the project, as it is quite inflationary, and it's only really dependent on staking to create a price squeeze. At present, GLMR has been kind of swinging between new all-time highs and lows, but our technical analysis suggests that it could 5x if it crosses a major resistance zone. Again, watch out for our GLMR technical price analysis at the end of this video. Also, the GLMR token has the following kind of normal uses inside of the network. You can pay fees in the ecosystem with it, you can incentivize node infrastructure, and you also have governance voting functionality. You can buy GLMR tokens on BINANCE, Gate.io, OKX, Toko Crypto, and KuCoin. Let's talk about the growth and longevity prospects here. So we feel that there's huge industry potential. Moonbeam is a smart contract blockchain platform created with the Substrate framework in the Rust computer language, which prevents many common bugs and security issues with a rich set of tools for developers. Therefore, Moonbeam has an incredible potential to build or migrate really any kind of decentralized application from EVM-compatible blockchains like Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and Phantom, to name just a few. So in other words, with just a couple of clicks, developers can leverage their protocols in Moonbeam's market to have a pretty large user base and an even higher TVL, total value locked. Okay, let's talk about the competition. Polkadot, as you guys know, has many parachains that are looking for an allocation in auctions. However, there are other parachains that, like Moonbeam, are focused on smart contract compatibility. i.e. Astar. As Moonbeam is a parachain that currently has about $894 million in fully diluted valuation, Astar, on the other hand, the first place in the third Polkadot auction, having more than 10.3 million DOTs in funding. But Moonbeam will have a first mover advantage here unless the other two make some kinds of major leaps. But unless Astar really does something pretty spectacular, we feel that Moonbeam does enjoy a first mover advantage here. Any risk factors to consider? Well, maybe. The only one that we really see so far is that Moonbeam is at a pretty early stage. And according to the roadmap, Moonbeam was launched this month and is still adding compatible protocols to its network. Therefore, it really is at a very preliminary stage, which also means there's a potential negative side here because big investors might have to wait to see how its ecosystem develops. So investments will flow really depending on how the milestones that have been announced, depending on how or whether or not they are achieved. All right, so we've talked about what we like as far as Moonbeam goes. Let's talk about a GLMR price prediction now. So GLMR has a strong zone at about $9.65. And if it can move up, because most interoperability projects are moving up right now, so if it can do that and can stay above that resistance and flip it to support, we can expect to see a price move towards $11.47, $13.08, and $15.96. And consider this, on February 11th, pre-sale of GLMR will become available in the market, and a price dump is expected around that time. It could turn out to be a great buying opportunity of a low cap gem at that point. Not financial advice, of course, guys, but keep an eye out for that. Moonbeam is on a mission to create a future-friendly, decentralized, and transparent ecosystem that supports the development of secure and cost-efficient decentralized applications. With a growing community of developers, Moonbeam, in our opinion, is one of the most important projects in this interoperability space. So you should perhaps consider adding it to your watch list. Let us know, guys, what you think about this project and GLMR, its future price trajectory. Let us know about all your thoughts relating to this in the comments below. Once again, yes, we like to express our opinions and our genuine enthusiasm about projects, but none of this is ever financial or investment advice. Just keep that in mind. Guys, if you're still watching the video at this point, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell to receive notifications. That way, for when we do put out very time-sensitive stuff, you're gonna get basically exclusive notifications tailored to your preferences by YouTube every time we publish new content. So it's to your advantage to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to receive notifications. And of course, guys, we all know that there's a lot of volatility right now in the crypto space. Yes, it can be intimidating. You may have certain questions, such as how do I look beyond all the noise? What are the current undervalued coins out there? What should my entry and exit strategies be? Of course, we've been in this space for a long time and really have an eye for potential opportunities. You can take advantage of our experience with the Access Pro plan. That is starting, it's a premium service, but it's starting at $99 per month. And with it, you get access to early information on what we deem to be undervalued gems, technical analysis calls, NFT mint opportunities, top IDOs, airdrops, and of course, you can also interact with our research experts. If that is something that interests you, slots are now open. You can find more information pertaining to Altcoin Buzz Access Pro using the link in our description. Best of luck, guys. If you choose to invest, stay safe. Check out these other couple of videos, which should be popping up right about now. Take care, and as always, we do hope to see you again soon in our next video.